Good evening. I'm back once again. This is another one which I'm speaking more for myself, without notes, without anything. Like my last. I presume from my last video you would have got somewhat of the situation. As I said, it's going to be very vague. But I just want to go over some slightly different topics. Now, I could sit here and say, whatever happens, under any circumstances, I'll protect the ones I love. And that's a true statement. Very true statement. Extremely true statement. I can't get to a point, you know. But if we look deep enough, that's the same with everyone. Every single person protects the ones they love. Because deep down, those people, they mean a lot to them. They mean the world to them. And whatever happens, if you have a short time on this planet or a long, deep down, you'll realise that. If you haven't already. Now, the people you love, they can be miles and miles and miles away. They could be a whole country away. There could be less of them. Maybe more. But you'll learn in time. You'll learn in time that whatever happens, you can't necessarily live without them. Now, you've got to realise that that statement can be taken in different ways, as some people take it and use it as they please, even when it's not needed. People fall in love with people, and they fall out of love with people, but technically that still is true. You may get into a relationship or something with someone, and that relationship may end. But you've got to realise something, that the way your mind works, the way your body works, or in another sense your heart, when you love someone, you don't stop loving them. Now, this is a really harsh case and it's really bad, but to hear, just to clarify, but it's not the case that you stop loving that person. It's the case that you recognise either what the situation's like, maybe something else to do with yourself or something else, or something that tends to be more common is you fall in love with someone else. But technically that statement would be a lie, because you never stop loving the first person. So you actually like that other person more, you love that other person more. That could be because of physical attraction, mental attraction, so on, all that kind of stuff. But if I go back to how I started, whatever happens, you would protect the ones you love. And I repeat that because some people don't recognise it enough. Some people don't recognise how much people actually mean to them. And that could be for so many reasons. So many reasons. And it's not always simple. Sometimes it's complex. But when you realise what that is, when you realise, in some cases, how to get around it, it's a completely different story. Maybe it's just the circle of events, or maybe it's just the way the world is, or whatever else. Sorry, something's irritating my eye. But whatever happens, you'll come to notice that those people mean the world to you, and they might be close family, might be far away family. And when I say that, I don't mean blood, I don't mean family. Family to some people may be just the people in their household or the siblings or something along those lines. But true family, they're the people that you can go back to over and over, or deep down the people that you will never give up on. So these, in some cases, would be your parents, really close friends, or any kind of person really. A brother or sister, maybe an uncle or an auntie, a distant friend, maybe a few seas across. Or something completely different. Maybe a true love. Someone you truly and deeply care about. But when you recognize that, it will turn your world upside down. I've known it for quite a while. I've had to recognize it for a long time, but maybe it's just because I've tried over and over just to make sure I get my priorities right, because you don't want to be in a situation where something happens and you can't control it. And that's a good thing, you can't control it. It's when you can't help yourself, when you can't control it. And then everything crumbles. Because the one phrase, the one sentence, one of the sentences that I always stand by is, if you can't help yourself, how can you help anyone else? Help yourself first, then protect the ones you love. And that, I think that's the truest a statement can get. And that's the truth.